49er fans need to understand why the owners of this team are so into soccer all of a sudden. Because most Niner fans have been fans since the 80s, since Eddie DeBartolo Jr. was the owner. And Eddie DeBartolo Jr. had a passion for football. All he cared about was building a dynasty. That's what he did. That's why you're a fan of the 49ers, not because you're from San Francisco, although you might be. They were a dynasty. They were the dynasty in American professional sports in the 80s and 90s. They won 5 championships in 13 years. I mean, that was unprecedented. And that level of excellence is what draws people from around the world to this particular brand, which the Yorks have been in control of for the last almost 30 years. And what they've done with the 49ers is turn it into a much more profitable enterprise. They have not turned it back into a dynasty. They've gone to 3 Super Bowls and lost them. I think we've seen pretty clearly that this ownership group doesn't really know what it takes to build a dynasty the way that Eddie DeBartolo did. I mean, this group has Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy, and they're good, but they're not Bill Walsh and Joe Montana. And so I think what this ownership group has realized, they've spent so much money the last few years chasing that Super Bowl victory only to come up short. And I think they realize that the only way for the Niners to become more profitable than they already are right now, they've really maxed out the profitability of this organization, is to win more championships. And the Niners don't necessarily have winning formula. They could throw another $30 million at this team. They have $46 million in cap space right now. They could spend that money on the team and still not win the Super Bowl this year because they don't have Patrick Mahomes. They don't have Josh Allen, and they know that. They have a good quarterback, not a great one. So instead of throwing money every year at a endeavor that may not work out, the quest for 6, why not just spend enough, keep yourself in the mix, and spend that extra money on European soccer teams? Because those teams are like, the Niners 40 years ago from a business perspective. They're not maximizing their profits over at Leeds United, over at Rangers FC. That's what the 49ers do. They know how to maximize the profits of a professional sports club. So instead of investing more in the 49ers and getting minimal returns, invest that money in soccer teams. It's low-hanging fruit. You're going to get a lot of money back. And then do the best you can with football. That's what's going on. And I think, if I were a fan of the 49ers, I just covered the team. But this would upset me. You root for the 49ers because you think they have owners who are passionate about football and winning championships, when really the 49ers owners all across sports are all about now owning as many teams as possible, making as much money as possible, having as diverse of a portfolio as possible. So that protects them. Do you care? As a Niner fan, do you care if Leeds United does well? Are you going to buy a Leeds United jersey? Are you going to go to Leeds? Do you even know where Leeds is? I think it's important for Niner fans to tell owners, to let owners know, the owners, that you don't really care about Leeds United. That this money that they're investing in the World Cup, in these different teams, these different players they're bringing on, midfielders, goalies, doesn't do anything for the 49ers. Go get a cornerback to help this defense. Jamel Dean. Now, he doesn't play soccer. He doesn't play center mid. He plays cornerback. Show your fans that you care about football players who play football positions and not just guys who can kick with their left foot and right foot. Is that why Jake Moody's still on the team? Because he's good at soccer? I would like to know. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, C-O-H-N, and download the app now.